Stop. If you think you need to fly to Canada to register your company, you're wrong, and here's how Bastion Formations does it remotely in 7 days. Here's the problem. Most incorporation services bury this truth. You can register a federal Canadian corporation from anywhere using Innovation, Science, and Economic Development Canada's online portal in 48 hours. Bastion Formations files your Canadian company paperwork, books your register office, and secures your business number without you leaving home for CAD 1,200. Canada allows 100% remote incorporation for both federal and provincial companies. A Canadian entrepreneur moves to Dubai in January 2026, but needs to register a Canadian tech startup to access government grants. Within 5 days, she has a federal corporation, GST number, and Toronto registered office without returning to Canada. The catch is you need a Canadian registered office address and a resident director if you go provincial, but federal corporations skip the residency requirement entirely. Most people waste 3 weeks researching jurisdiction differences when a federal route solves everything. This is exactly why we built Bastion Formations to handle Canadian incorporation for non-residents who want the company operational in under 10 days. Most people fail here. They pick Ontario or BC incorporation, thinking provincial looks more local, then discover they need a Canadian resident director within 25% of the board. That's a blocker if you're outside Canada. Federal incorporation under the Canada Business Corporations Act has 0 residency requirements for directors. You can have a 100% non-resident board. Provincial rules vary wildly. Alberta allows full non-resident boards. Ontario demands resident directors. Quebec wants French filings. Do not assume all provinces work the same. Federal skips all of it. Register your federal Canadian corporation through the Innovation, Science, and Economic Development Canada online portal, or let Bastion Formations file it for you for CAD 1,200. Federal filing takes 48 hours if you do it yourself, 5 business days with Bastion Formations because we bundle your registered office in Toronto, your corporate minute book, and your CRA business number application in one package. You'll need a Juan's name search report first. That costs CAD 35 and expires in 90 days. Bastion Formations runs the search, clears your name, files the articles, and delivers your certificate of incorporation digitally. Open your Canadian business number with the Canada Revenue Agency within 60 days of incorporation. This is important. Without a BN, you can't register for GST, import-export accounts, or payroll. The CRA issues it free, but the form is 14 pages. Bastion Formations submits it as part of the CAD 1,200 package. You'll receive your 9-digit BN and GST registration number by email in 7 to 10 business days. If you're selling goods or services in Canada and revenue will exceed CAD 30,000 in any 12-month period, GST registration is mandatory. Miss this, and you owe back taxes plus penalties. Here's the problem. If you skip the registered office step, your corporation is invalid. Canada requires every corporation to maintain a registered office address within the incorporating jurisdiction. For federal companies, that means anywhere in Canada. You can't use a P.O. box. You can't use your home address if you live outside Canada. Most virtual office providers charge CAD 600 to CAD 1,500 per year just for the address and mail forwarding. Bastion Formations includes the first year in the CAD 1,200 setup fee. Without a valid registered office on file, the government can dissolve your corporation under Section 212 of the CBCA. Here's the exact wording to use when you apply for your Canadian business bank account after incorporation. Call the bank and say this: I just incorporated a federal Canadian corporation. My business number is your 9-digit BN. My registered office is your Bastion Formations Toronto address, and I need to open a business checking account with online access. I'm a non-resident director, and I'll provide my passport, proof of address from your country, and the certificate of incorporation. Do you require an in-person appointment, or can I complete this via video call? Most Canadian banks, including RBC, TD, and Scotiabank, now allow non-resident directors to open business accounts remotely if you have a federal corporation. BMO and CIBC still demand in-person for non-residents as of March 2026. Bastion Formations can introduce you to Wise Business or Mercury as alternatives. Both accept Canadian corporations and open accounts in 48 hours with no Canada visit required. I just incorporated a federal Canadian corporation. My business number is your 9-digit BN. My registered office is your Bastion Formations Toronto address. And I need to open a business checking account with online access. Federal Canadian incorporation needs 0 Canada visit. Bastion Formations files everything remotely for CAD 1,200. Visit bastionformations.com for Canadian company setup. If this helped, smash like, hit subscribe, and visit the Bastion Formations website for help setting up your Canadian federal corporation. Visit https://bastionformations.com.